Oh, I like that.
Let's go.
Stay inspired.
Oh, I like that. Looks like you lost another one.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It is Cigar Stems. I'm a lady. I am Aisha Andrea with Miss Annalise Jade, and tonight our special guest is Miss Trina Robinson. Ladies, how y'all doing today?
I'm good, honey. I'm living.
Great.
First week of 2022. How are y'all handling it so far?
So far, so good. I mean,
we're only 3 days in.
we're only 3 days
Still.
into it,
I
but
know.
still,
Just-
God is good. It is amazing. It's amazing to even just be here, you know?
The first 2 days have really been hectic, productive, and busy.
Yeah. Okay, so, well, I mean, I'm here. I'm 3 days in. I don't know where I'm at yet, but I'm here, so.
Hey, we'll go with
We stepped over into the new side.
Yeah.
So what are we drinking tonight, Miss Ma'am?
So tonight, I'm going to read this bottle. It's I love the color. It has the burnt orange. So this is a Cabernet, and it's called Educated Guess. I like that.
Yeah.
I do. And the flavor or the aroma smells great. It has a little oak in it. It has a couple of things. It has a nice acquired taste. I like it. It's still smooth. We'll find out, and we'll put where you can get this from. And Cigar of the Night is one of my go-tos and favorites. We got the Gatekeeper, baby. This is a Maduro. I love the way it is wrapped. It's
And it's
something
a
about
darker leaf.
yes. It's something about the way this is wrapped. It's nice and tight and tucked in, and I like it that way. So I'm gonna get to this later, not right now. Yeah, because this is something you want to make sure you have a little something on your stomach, and you want to have this great wine. You want to take some.
Enjoy the fullness of it.
And
It's a
relax.
rich cigar.
And relax,
Take
honey.
it all in.
Yes, take it all in. It is a full body, so go check that out, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight, what we talking about, Miss Aisha?
Well, first of all, having this beautiful woman here who wears many hats and does
Yes.
different things and is like really an originator. You know what I'm saying? You didn't just jump on this train.
That's right.
You've been doing it since what, 2015?
Well, actually,
Before then, can you tell us, please? Because it's not new with you, and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm
I
sorry.
am too. We here
Sorry.
for it, honey.
well, as they mentioned, I wear many hats. Since 2010, actually, I've been in the fashion, film industry, whether it's in front of the camera, behind the camera, styling someone. I've had an opportunity to just explore all of me, and not just physically, mentally, to be able to pour into people. So about a good, now 12 years ago.
But that's a long time.
Yes.
It is.
And a lot of people have been pushed into, I say they've been pushed into going into business for themselves with the pandemic. But so you've been in this game for 12 years, so you've got to have some knowledge on sustainability and how to stay relevant for 12 years. How have you been able to do that?
A lot of people think you have to reinvent the wheel. You really don't. You just have to find your audience and find who you captivate. You cannot take or get everybody's money. That's the thing. You have to find the consistent money.
Okay.
Right.
So what I've done is just found the loyal customers to me,
Okay.
to everything that I showcase or everything that drives them or attracts them to me. That's what I go for. I don't go for all money is good money. I go for that residual.
Longevity.
Yes,
Okay.
that
You
Okay.
gotta know what you have, want to see what you have
Right.
coming next, stuff like that.
Right. It's kind of like you have to position yourself to be a need to them. Because I think I've mentioned before too, like with Burger King and McDonald's and Wendy's,
Okay.
Right.
they often sit at the same corner. But everybody has an acquired taste.
Mhm.
So you don't have no one out flipping a sign, nobody up throwing hamburgers at each other's sign.
Right.
Because they know their audience. They know what each person wants and they stand on their brand.
Okay.
So that's what I've done, is just make sure I stay committed to me and I don't adjust to fit everybody else's needs. I just put out what it is that I feel my audience want and let them come. Kind of like birds.
Yeah.
Throw it out
Right,
there.
let's
They'll
feed
come
off
to
of
you.
it. That's right. I like that.
So, tell us a little bit about what it is you do, what you have upcoming, and how we can stay in tune with. Cause I love her style, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like
For
I
real.
already know how to follow her because I do it. But I'm gonna let her tell you herself. Go ahead.
Okay, so I can run down really quick. I'll give y'all probably like the top 4 hats that I wear, maybe. I am a professional model, paid model.
Okay.
I've been in several different movies, done commercials. I'm also a model trainer. I teach Model 101. I have a published book on Amazon, Walmart, Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
Actually, you can Google it. It is Cushions Modeling 101, taught by Trina, the dog,
Okay.
which is my model name. I also have my own clothing line, which is the doll collection. I don't even get to promote it as much because, again, that's that loyalty that I spoke
Right.
on, to where people come to me with what they want and I'll go and find it. I am currently a senior manager at a multi-million-dollar corporation. I am currently the president of Relentless TV Network,
Okay.
Yay.
which is powered by
Why we here.
Roku. Right.
Right.
I could really go on. That's why I say I'll stick with the top 4 right now. But I said this to say that when I'm speaking to, because I do public speaking as well as at schools, churches, you name it, any organization, is that we don't have to have one career. A lot of us fail because we think we have to stay in this one lane.
Right.
Only thing I ask is whatever lane you choose, see it through.
Yep.
You have to put the plan out there, and that's pretty much what I do. I'm a writer. I love to have all the gets and gadgets, but if I can't write it down and I can't see it from A to Z, I don't go through with it. If I see where there may be fault, I put it on pause.
Right.
So even if I have the means, or I can just know that this is what I want to do, if I don't put it down and can plan it from A to Z, I don't. So I've learned to kind of prioritize, or kind of make sure that this is what I need to be doing. Because sometimes too, we have to understand, because we have a good idea, it may not be your idea. I learned to pass stuff along too.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's one thing that I do is, if you're connected to me, and that's what keeps me relevant, is to be able to pass along my gifts and my dreams. Because if it's a dream that I have, maybe the dream is not for me. I've come to understand that too. Something like the universe.
Right.
Yeah.
When I thought
Way
I
it
used to,
works.
I could be a star, but why be the star when I can be the universe to house all the stars?
Okay. I
So,
like it.
That
I love
is
it.
where all of my hats come in. So, and everything works hand in hand, actually. People don't even realize that.
Yeah, it always does. It always does. So, with everything, well, just the top 4 that you gave us, because I know there's a lot more. How can people find you on social media? How can they see your clothes? How can they get in touch with you?
Okay. Well, and I think on one of my hats I left off about the Curvy Alliance thing too. Let me first go back to that. As being an empowerment speaker, or an actual segmentation of what empowerment stands for, Curvy Alliance is what turned me into everything I am today. Let me
Okay.
say that. In 2010, that was the very first time I did a professional photo shoot. I saw myself in a lens that I had never seen myself, even with my naked natural eye. Seeing that transformed me and ignited something in me. So doing that with that organization, I became one of the national faces. So to this day, their logo is my silhouette. And being able to reach out to women, any shape, sizes, no matter your creed, your color, your religion, to be able to transform and make people believe that there's a best side of you even when you don't. That is what made me have all the hats and be able to wear all of the hats. So I'll go back to when you asked me how to follow me, but I could not mention how I became who I am.
Absolutely.
Because I was in a sunken place prior to it. I just lost my son, and a lady reached out to me and told me, "You look like you can model." And I was like, "Look like y'all might be trying to scam me. How much money I got?"
Right.
Right.
You know, we need to know. What's the ticket?
It's only $175. But then she was just like, "But with your face, I'll pay yours because I feel like I can market you and I'm gonna make that back and you're gonna make money." Lo and behold, I had strip throat that day. They didn't know it. You couldn't wear wigs. They were against lace fronts because people didn't know how to wear them. I knew somebody who knew how to put it on, and they didn't know.
Interesting.
My picture was then sold from here to Las Vegas. I ended up in my first commercial. I was on a cruise and didn't know until I had come back. that I was in this commercial for a show on the Strip. I was not even supposed to be in this show, but I so happened they flew me there. Ended up, they put me on the runway. That was my very first time actually being. And from then on, I've been rolling ever since.
That's wonderful.
What a beautiful story.
Yeah, that's
I love
wonderful.
it.
And that's kind of what we were talking about. We were talking about dream killers. So it sounds like in your situation, you didn't have necessarily a dream killer. It sounds like your dream.
She said, "Wait a
was
minute now.
family-
Wait
no,
a minute.
no.
Mm.
As long as you have a dream,
It's a killer.
you're gonna have killers.
That's
Here's
right.
the thing.
Yeah.
In that particular process, I don't always like shed light on the negative side of the thing, because I'm like I'm Rumpelstiltskin. I turn hay into gold. That is me. Play with it if you want to. You can't give me nothing and think I won't make something out of it.
Right.
It may take me a few days, a few months, but because I have the ability of your nothing that you thought was nothing, I can turn it into something.
I love it.
But I had the naysayers, oh, she's too big, or she's not big enough, or why does she stand like that? Because I have a signature stance too. I make money off that stance, because if anybody see me, seeing my silhouette is how my leg is always not broken, but I stand back on my leg. But I was really cool behind a lot of that stuff. Or my freckles.
What? The
Yeah.
black freckles. I love the freckles.
And you would think that as grown women, those were not things that you would think would come at you.
Right.
But I knew who I was before I became in front of the spotlight, because I was trained by my family. So I had already known, of course, with freckles and being a young girl, people are not going to understand that. They're not going to like you. But you also have to understand you will never be everybody's acquired taste.
Right.
Why are you mad? I didn't get mad. I just got me. So guess what? For every person, and I know them to this day by name, and can remember back in 2012, actually, when they said all the things that they said, and here we are in 2022, you may not see me, but you will always see my name. And that's not to be cocky. That's to say that if they see you, or if they see you, or if they see my child, you see me.
Right.
I don't have to be in front of the camera. As long as you know that when you get up or you feel your lowest, you think of something Trina may say. The world can't take away what God gave you.
That's right.
I don't care how you look at it, even if you feel like you're supposed to have it today. Today may not be your day.
Your daddy get it.
But if you stand fast on it, you stand still on it, it will be your day. But you have to trust the process, but you can't let no one trick you into feeling that you're less of a person. And that's what have grown me. Standing out there by myself when other women could not.
It's a lot.
Empowerment wasn't
It's a
even
lot.
talked about like that then too. You gotta think about it.
Yep.
We were
You're
not
right.
No,
motivating
because
each
we were
other.
taught to go through stuff, and it's just we keep it quiet.
quiet.
We don't
Keep
say
it to
anything.
yourself.
But in what sense did that become dream killers? You know what I'm saying? Because I know me myself as a young girl, only child growing up. I had so many things. I was like, oh, I have to do this with my life. And I know a lot of things that killed those dreams. Certain dreams I've been able to resurrect and get back to, but that dream killer is always, when you say something, hey, so I saw somebody doing something and I want to learn how to do it. Yeah, no, that's not for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Have you experienced that? I know you have.
I
you
have.
said with your career.
I will say, not just with my career, because I got that back on track, but, being a former military wife and staying on the go with that and then raising my children, I push, I always say as mothers, we push so much to the back burner. My parents always encouraged me. My mom's philosophy is, I don't care what you do, just do it to the best of your ability. Whatever dreams, whatever goals you have, if I can help you along the way, I will help you. But her thing is sort of like Trina's. If you're going to do it, you stick to it and you see it through. Even if it fails the first time, you keep it going until it's a success. But always remember, somebody's going to have to help you along the way. So one of my dream killers was I wanted to become an esthetician. That has always been like something. I'm very big, and you know how crazy I am about my skin, and you know how crazy I am about my hair. So I would always, do hair. I got into the hair industry. I learned how to do nails. I got certified, and I had my son, and I just kind of like let it go. And so like last year, it just tugged on me, on me. And I said, okay, I'm gonna take a couple of classes. So I took a class here and class there, and then some other stuff happened, and then we started working with Inspyard, and then I was like, I'm gonna put this back on back burner. So this year, my goal is to like go on and get the esthetician's license, start looking for a small spot, or partner with someone, and start, learning more about skincare. And I'm looking at, shout out to Destiny Howell, because we're gonna start this whole skincare line. Right. But the thing is, and I told Destiny this, I said, I want to be the spearheader of it. But like you, God gave me this, but it's not for me. It is for my destiny. I want Destiny Howell, shout out to her again, I want her to take this thing and fly with it. I've watched this young lady do anything from eyelashes to hair. She's such a beautiful girl to me. And I know she keeps her skin perfect almost every time I see her. I'm like, oh my God, her skin is so pretty. And I want to give this to her. So that is my goal, to do my part, to become certified, to become licensed, hopefully get her license, and pass it on. Because everything that God gives you may not be for you.
Right. But I've still find a way to go back and fulfill that dream.
I've watched my mom do that for many years. Things that she would start and spearhead, she would give you the start, but she would pass it on.
That's how you run a corporation.
It's like passing on the torch.
You have a corporation. That's how people remain and billionaires, and we overlook it because we sometimes get wrapped up in skin color or where power should come from. What I was taught after losing my job in the whole modeling thing, which was crazy, was that it is not what you know, it's really who you know.
Amen to that.
And even if you have an idea, even if you don't have the funds or the means to see it through,
if you have an idea, it's for a reason.
Because everybody don't have creative minds, but they have physical and mental capacity.
Right.
You got to think about that. We have to learn how to be able to dictate and direct. That was a gift that was given to me, and I was saying to myself, I can't be a manager. They was just like, why not look at your resume? You got all these credentials. You've done all of this. You don't have to do all of that. You have organization skills. You have the ability to welcome people in, meaning people will do what you want them to do because of your presentation. But some people can't think for themselves. Me being a manager, and I always get my fulfillment from having an idea and I know the answer to it, but you know where the true power comes from? Asking somebody else a question that you already know.
The answer.
Make them feel inspired. Make them feel like they have a dream, because they don't have dreams. Everybody don't get that gift.
That's true.
Because they're Sean, you don't know what kind of lifestyle they live. They just feel like I got to get up and go to work. They become robots.
Yep.
But you have that idea and you got 700 things going on. You give this idea and it blossoms. I tell people all the time, a lot of my pats on the back, it don't come from my face being out there, I promise you. It comes from knowing that I had an idea that this person had the leg, the time, the mental capacity, the physical capacity, and you grew it. And the thing about, I always say, you ain't got to mention me, because that ain't where I come, that ain't why I did it.
Right.
When you have gifts, those are gifts.
Right.
We can sometimes be selfish and feel like we have to say, it wasn't for me. If it wasn't for me, me will get you by yourself and broke.
Right.
No.
Amen.
Hey, I would tell Trina's a team. Like, I'm one person. My name is on my birth certificate. But it's just like the whole entity when we needed what we needed. I have a team. Right. I cannot function without it. Whether it's my daughter's hair, makeup. I have a hair salon here. No matter what city I go in, I have people who can style me. I can style myself. But we have to know that you always will need somebody, and that the credit does not always have to go to you. That's how you become relevant. You remain at the top of somebody's list because they say she's genuine or he's genuine. She's loyal. I can go and do this right here, and it's her who did it. And she said, don't put my name on it. I would tell her, don't put it on me. I'll type up emails. I've typed up emails for the CEO, and I always do. Send it, copy it. You put your name on it. Don't put my name on it.
Right.
That ain't why I do it. It's a gift. I don't. That ain't the gift that I want to pursue all the time. You know, maybe that's. I'm not into it. Maybe I like to write letters on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Hey.
But I'm okay with knowing that I can pass along the torch, because when you're in a team player or you're in a relay or you're running a race, there's still people.
Yeah.
You can't win against yourself.
Right.
Amen.
We say that, but
That's
that's
Well, I mean,
selfish.
right. You can't really.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that is very important. You know, you can lose a dream, because I know, like for me, I had lost several dreams of stuff that I really wanted to do, and it was not until I got older and I got around certain people who said, "Yeah, you need to go ahead on and go and do this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it," and that was like, oh. Yeah, I really always wanted to do that, but do I really want to go and do that? Like, my dream was in my face after I thought it had been killed, and it's just like, well, I'm gonna try it a little bit. I'm not gonna get too excited,
And be okay with
and
it.
I'm not gonna be happy, but I'm gonna do it just because I said I wanted to.
But you
And
just
now
made
it's
a clear
like
statement.
that's actually what I'm doing. That very thing that I said I wanted to do, I get to do that.
Right. And you get to do it unselfishly. You get to do
Right,
it
and share it with people. But like you said, it's because people said, yeah.
align yourself with the right people. That's another thing. You know, I've hear people say all the time in all my hats that I wear, such and such trying to hold me down. I don't see how they're trying to hold you down, because first you have to be accessible.
Yeah, ooh, that is the word of the day.
That's the thing.
Cannot be accessible to everything and everybody. No,
can't.
ma'am.
That
Once
is
you
the truth.
participate and it doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. You just have better intentions for you. That's how you say it. And people will say, "Oh, she thinks she's such and such. She thinks she's that." I can't even hear.
That
what
is
you're
the worst
saying.
statement ever. Ooh, she
I
think
hate that.
I hate that. That is a phrase to me that is just when
A dream
someone
killer.
says
It
she
is.
thinks
It's a dream
she's
killer.
all of that, or they think, or
They better than blah blah blah.
how
Yeah,
by doing what I wanted to do that's affecting my life and has nothing to do with you.
You know why that's like that?
Why?
It's easier to say that someone thinks they're better when they don't feel like they're better. I can
Yes.
only tell you how I feel about me, and I tell anybody I'm selfish about mine. So if I feel good about me, you've been around me enough to say, "Can I cuss?"
Yeah.
I'm a real asshole, and everybody knows it. But I'm an asshole for greatness.
Right.
And she
right,
does
right,
it
right.
so
I
humble
will
and
break you all the
professionally.
way
I
down
love it.
to lift you all the way up, because once I break you down and I lift you up, guess who name on the, like we got these tattoos? I get to brand my name on it.
There you go.
You are a product of greatness that was bestowed upon me. I can't take it all with me. So how fair is that for me to see you going on your way and be like, this is where these people come from? Oh, she thinks she know everything. Oh, she thinks she's such and such.
But those are things that will stop you, because for a long time, those are things that I know have stopped me. Oh, well, you can't do that because
people's
You,
opinions.
right, or just them saying, you know, like I've gone to people and said, hey, you know, I really want to be an actress. Oh, well, you're too skinny. You have, you know, they found everything wrong with it, and without even finding out if I could act.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
What did you do to change that?
I just started doing it.
And-
I wasn't even confident that I could, but someone said, you better go to this audition. And because I had so much respect for that person, I went, and then I was like, ooh. And it's one of my favorite shows. I grew up watching this show. Now you're telling me I get to act in this. So me coming into my dream was not just on some tiptoe, like they threw me in the ocean.
Do you hear your whole equation behind it? You have two equations that people live by, die by on a day-to-day that we don't even recognize. The equation for one is we allow people who don't have dreams, which are your dream killers, to pour into us. First and foremost, we have to learn who to share our dreams with. Once you identify
share,
your
definitely.
audience, which goes back to how to remain relevant when you're in a business, you got to change the whole dynamics. You have to be afraid to stand. You have to not be afraid to stand alone or to be comfortable in standing failure. We have to understand which equation. Once you realize and you align yourself with someone who poured into you, that's your second equation. Those are the type of people we need to make sure that we constantly get around. You can look at people and pretty much tell where they fit in your life. It's just like I said, basic arithmetic. You know what equations apply to you. If it don't apply, why are you applying it? Like, I don't understand.
Like trying to make it fit.
Right.
If
Like it's like putting a circle in the square.
the first time
Right.
the first time somebody tell me I cannot, I wouldn't even do that if I was you. Ooh. I would break you down, but I don't even have time. That means that I'm gonna lose. Like I know I'm about worth $50 million, right? I'm speaking to God. That's what I'm doing.
Hey.
Like $50 million, and you think I'm gonna waste my time to convince a dummy on my greatness? Simple thing. Oh, okay then. My okay then is like 700 cuss words and people don't even know. If you don't know, oh, okay, I'm gonna cuss you out.
I love
And
it.
I done moved on.
Yes.
But that means I have identified that
Right.
I'm talking to a wall. Why did I even do that?
Right.
Pop yourself, move over here. Hey, the person that threw you out in the water, they threw you in the water because they knew you could swim, and you didn't even. You knew you could swim because you dreamt it. That's the thing.
Right.
But you was on the beach by the parking lot
Playing like
looking over here with
Right.
these people with swimming suits
knowing
on,
where I wanted
and
to
they
be.
ain't trying to go to the water.
I'm trying to go down there. I didn't stayed up all night and got my
Yes.
swimsuit,
Yeah,
the swim shoes.
What?
Yep.
But I'm gonna get there and I'm not gonna go in the water because yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Pay attention to
Absolutely.
people's action. They show you everything, and sometimes what's understood don't have to be spoken.
Ooh.
You need to talk to people who are going in the direction you want to see yourself going in.
Absolutely.
Have you tried to drive your car backwards? I mean, we can do it with the camera.
I was gonna say
Oh, right.
I'm from Chicago, so we get trained in that by the time we in like the third, fourth
But-
grade. So it's different
That's
for me.
so
I'm
funny.
sorry. It's
but
different
but
for
you're
me.
absolutely right because
Yeah.
it's so funny how you said people will try to stop you and people you gotta be confident in yourself. That's
So
a
building
first-
confidence.
Building confidence is like a really big thing, but it's so amazing how people will try to talk you out of doing what is for you, and you'll actually let them get into your mental mind
Yeah.
to believe that I can't.
Yeah,
do
that
this.
is
Okay.
when you
can't.
get to the point and you realize like there's a reason I kept feeling this way every time I saw this. There's a reason I said I want to do this. There's
Passion.
a reason,
That's passion.
Yeah.
right? But
You know
when
what
you
passion
get to
feels
that
like.
realization of there's a reason that you had that passion.
Right.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but I'm not rocking with you. I'm gonna go do it anyway. And then, oh girl, I saw your little show. It might have been little,
Not
but you
your
still
little
saw
show.
Wait a
it. You
minute.
know,
Not your
That-
little show.
We have a whole thing going on, and she'll tell you too.
Yes.
Anything that anybody puts little in front of it is not a little girl or a little boy.
Right.
Don't be mad that your brain don't think at the capacity of mine. Either.
Exactly.
Do not try and downplay
Exactly. Yeah.
my greatness because you're afraid. We have
Yeah.
the same opportunities.
Yeah.
If you still got two legs, some people don't. But if you still have the same opportunities to get up, put one foot in your underdrawers or your pants, just like I did.
That's right.
You have the opportunity to
Yeah.
go foresee any dream that you have.
And everyone has different dreams, like you
Yes.
said. So there's no need for, well, I feel like it's no need, but of course there's going to be. But we all have things that have been put inside of us. And that's why, like you said, McDonald's and Wendy's, Burger King, they can all sit on the same corner and they
They
don't
don't-
have
they
to
don't
flip
function the
sides
same.
and do all of that because they're all different. And I think that's really good to hold on to. And I hope more of our young people grasp that, especially these teenagers now, with everything that they have going on. So that's definitely amazing. So before we get out of here, I need you to let everybody know where they can find you, how they can follow you, whatever you have going on, please. Because, yeah, we have to, she be doing her thing and stuff. You got
That's right. Trina,
Stay
the
up,
doll, honey. The doll collection.
You're right.
Nothing.
You can find me on all social media platforms. I haven't done Twitter yet,
Okay.
We have to get you a
but
Twitter page.
yes,
We have to get you a Twitter page.
Trina Robinson Duggar. I'm divorced as of a year. Said that to say this to anybody, just for free game.
All right.
If it doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean that you or the other person are wrong or they were not good for you. Sometimes things are not good together
That's
at
right.
certain levels of life you come into. So don't beat yourself up.
Oh, that's dope.
So
Like, no bitterness.
Because
Yes.
we're all divorcees. We
are all
have
divorcees.
We have all been
Lord.
through it,
Married,
and what is not
legally.
for you, just
and be okay with it. Now,
Yes.
once you understand you and you start to repair and restore you,
hey,
there
man,
is
that
nothing.
healing process.
Yeah, and we
going
need
through that work.
normalize
Doing that
it.
work.
Y'all should
Yeah.
talk. That should be our next thing.
Doing that.
Talk
Yes.
about normalizing.
Normalize the
It,
healing.
but you
Yes.
have to.
You have
And we'll get into that.
Okay,
As you
Oh,
can
that
see,
next one.
this is what we do. We just start talking.
Okay, so yeah.
Where can we find you?
Trina Robinson Duggar, which
Yes.
is how I spin off to the divorce thing.
Okay.
Or Trina the Doll is my model name. You can find me on, like I said, IG. My website, it used to actually be up. I do have a current domain too that I own. You can Google me.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So she's just official.
She's
She's like
everywhere.
blue checked. You're blue checked.
I want to be
You're
verified.
verified.
I haven't even done enough to be verified, but
But you have.
Yeah, that's the
You just
thing.
listed them.
I've been written in articles. I've been published.
Okay.
I've been like, it is so. To say that to say this, you can find me anywhere you need to find me. You can find me at your local church. You can find me on social media, uplifting and motivating. You can find me somewhere breaking somebody down and make them greater than what I am, because that's the goal. You can pretty much just find me anywhere that you want to find yourself in a happy place in life.
I love it.
That's beautiful.
And
That's
if you
what
got
I
my
do.
number and you call me and you really need to find her, girl, I
She
get
gonna
in
let
touch
you
with
know
her.
because she
I'll let you know.
She know everything about
We
everybody.
talk like
so
every
she gonna
other
link you to
day.
somebody.
Yes, when I'm not running around.
Around, we talk like
She gonna
every
link you
other
to
day.
somebody. So that's wonderful. So yeah, stay inspired. Let's keep going. No dream killing. And if you have had your dreams killed, trust me, they will come back. They
That's
will
right.
beat you until you acknowledge they're there.
That.
They will. You will continue to have that same reoccurring or feeling like you should be, or this just ain't, but it's a reason. So if you have your dream, listen to it, feel it, go through it.
Be okay with
And,
taking
right.
a chance.
That's
take
right.
that chance.
Get out
Take
there
it.
and
Just
do
take
it.
it.
Ain't nothing
And,
to it
you know
but to do it.
Real quick.
That song just came in my head, and I really wanted to start
To
singing
it
it.
but to do it. Y'all know me.
It was just too bad, but I had to say it. I tell all my little kids when I'm at career day,
Okay.
in order for you to become in first place, you have to participate. That's just
right.
like the dream.
right.
Yeah.
You have to do it. Even if you don't get first, second, or third, the first thing is you gotta show
Gotta
up.
do it. Yeah.
You gotta participate.
Absolutely.
So you can't fail if you don't try. The failure is not even doing it at all.
That's right.
At least you want to say, I did it, don't you see?
Right,
I
like,
was
I got
there. I failed, but I did it. Like,
Right.
I didn't fail, but you know,
But-
like I tripped over or this wasn't for me. But you can add it to your resume. I always say that. You
Oh
did it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I was present.
Mm,
So that's wonderful. So we're gonna leave the link down below.
that's right.
And,
Follow us,
um,
honey.
Click it, and you'll be able to tap into this episode and see more episodes coming up.
And you know where you can find us: Instagram, Snapchat,
Snapbook.
Facebook,
We on
and
Snapbook.
Twitter. We gonna get a Snapbook.
We knew. We so dope. We got Snapbook.
We gonna get a Snapbook.
You know, Instagram and
Snapchat.
Facebook was connected, but we connected Snapbook and Facebook
I
chat.
like it. I like it.
What?
Snapbook.
Face chat means.
That's it.
Hey,
Snapbook
Yes.
and face
Snapbook
chat.
Follow us
me.
there. It'll be good.
but no, seriously, follow us on all social media. You know, we got the next episode coming up. It's just gonna be me and Aisha the next time, but we're gonna vibe out. We're gonna have some great topics for you.
And we're gonna be in sweats.
Yeah,
We're gonna be comfy.
we're gonna be so,
So
dope
get comfy
and just
because we're gonna
chilling.
talk
You
about
know.
some real stuff.
I will say this. It was an honor to be amongst you all.
Thank you so much
And
for that.
I appreciate you all for having me. To everyone in the world, continue to move forward. Even when you don't feel like it, keep pushing
Yeah.
because you have to be your biggest cheerleader.
Amen.
Yeah, you do.
Amen. That's wonderful. This your girl, Miss Annalise Jade,
Aisha and Julia, y'all know.
and the lovely Miss Trina.
Yes, indeed. Our special guest, y'all. Thank you
Right.
so much. Bye.
We out.